Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to first semester for school year 2021-2022. So I guess I don't have to introduce my name. Kilala niyo ako. I was your teacher previously in your purposive communication and readings in Philippine history. Now, in this case, we don't really need to prolong this orientation because you're already an old student here in SKSU. So I will just touch some important things, important reminder. Hindi ko kailangan talaga mag-introduce because you already knew me. I was your teacher back then. But I just wanted to emphasize important things in our class under in purpose, I mean in contemporary world. And after which, please do not forget to fill out the orientation form that I will send later in our GC. So it's okay for those who could not join it. So still, this video will be posted on my YouTube channel. And I believe lahat naman kayo dito nakasubscribe, no? So this is very fast. Yes. I'll make it very fast. Yeah. So let me share my screen now. Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. So finally, no, we can see now who are the survivors, no? Sino ba yung mga nakasurvive from last year? And I also believe that you know me as your teacher and you know what I want and what I don't want to. Alam niyo naman, di ba? But still, since this is for first semester for this school year, so I still need to inform you something. So allow me now to share my screen. So once again, good afternoon. Okay. So I guess you don't have to do so much ado since you knew me. That's what I've said earlier. Kilala niyo rin ako as my teacher. So most likely, we still have the same rule. Maybe I will just add something. But still, no? But most of the time, medyo same lang naman. But as of the moment, no? Previously, I was your teacher in purposive communication and art appreciation. But now, let's have some new flavor of a lesson. Since contemporary world, no? About contemporary world. Now, talking about contemporary world, we'll be discussing here some issues pertaining to globalization. No? We'll be discussing about globalization, what is colonization, and how does technology affects the lives of Filipino. So I don't have to discuss this. Kailangan nyo naman ako. So once again, I will be your professor in the contemporary world. Okay. So that's our grading system. Attendance, 10%. Performance task is 30%. So alam niyo naman, may performance task natin. Still, gagamit pa rin tayo ng e-leads. No? Be using e-leads. Graded recitation, 20%. Midterm exam, 20%. Final exam is 20%. You're also aware of this, I believe. Ayan. So as we go along here, we'll be doing some reporting, critical analysis, debate, writing activities, graded virtual recitation, exam, and virtual class. So that will be the scope of our activity. So moving on. So debate will be part of our discussion as well. Of course, writing activities. Alam niyo rin ako, di ba, mahilig din ako magpagawa ng mga writing activities. But as what I've said, during this time, we will be doing different things since lessons will be quite different. Wala na tayong, it's not really more on communication, English language. It's not more on art appreciation, but it's more critical, no? Lessons in contemporary world will be quite critical since we will be discussing about certain issues, no? Certain issues that actually happening in our society. So yan, grade dissertation, virtual. So yan siya. So I just want to emphasize this. During our previous classes, so I didn't actually give you the virtual class dons. But this time, I just wanted to emphasize things, especially this. So bawal ang bastos, character, attitude matters, alam niyo yan. No plagiarism, like plagiarism sa exam, quiz, ang dami nito, ang dami sa inyo, no? But some of you were given warning, so I hope this won't happen again, no? Hopefully. So yan, sleeping, eating, and other unnecessary activities during virtual class is or are prohibited. Okay? No chismis in the GC. Please lang, wag mag-chismis. Gawa kayo ng GC, pero sa chismis na wag yun na akong i-add. Ha? Okay? So, as what I had given you or instructed you before, GC is used for instructions purposes. You know my type and you know how I treated you. So, same thing pa rin tayo. Dishonesty, cheating is a mortal sin. 5 consecutive absences and submission, except for some valid reasons, pero ayaw ko yung mga nagsisinungaling, like they try to defend themselves, giving some, unreasonable reasons. That's bad. Okay? Please avoid doing that. Okay. Yan. Disobedience of instructions. If there is if there are instructions given, please, you have to do them. You have to obey them. Right. So, disobedience of instructions, something like that. So what are the do's? No, virtual class do's. Of course, I also emphasize this. Like raising questions would be fine, clarifications. Then of course, alam nyo man, di ba? I also oblige you to have active participations, obedience, showing respect at all times, especially to your professor. I want you to show respect at all times. Taking responsibility initiatives. So dapat you should be responsible, especially in this online. Creativity, resourcefulness. So when something is gone or missing or is unavailable, so you have to find something para maging okay yung activity or any projects. Collaboration, you have to collaborate because as we go along, we will be having some lessons, no? Some activities which require group, no? So you have to join or you have to collaborate with your friends, with your classmates. Thinking critically, so as what I've said, this subject is quite critical than the other subjects we had, since we will be discussing here about important things, about critical things pertaining to issues, world issues, national issues, and even the issues in your community, which affected by globalization. Join the virtual class as always as possible. So ganun pa rin. But in this time, we'll be using Google Meet na. No? But may mga time na mag-lecture ako online as follow-up. So I will upload it in my YouTube. Then panoorin nyo lang. Just a alternative for our discussion. So parang ganun yung mangyayari. Always check your e-leads. So I know you're aware of this. Like e-leads is actually our venue, the place wherein you can get the activity and download the module and submit everything. Okay? So as what I have said, parang wala na masyadong discussion dito kasi yung in my case kasi I actually gave time to first year because they were or they are new, no? Bago lang sila sa ating school. So we really need to discuss things. But in your case kasi you are an old student but you can still have some question. Baka may mga tanong kayo. So still e-leads pa rin tayo. Link will be sent in your GC. But this time, I will be particular with your attendance in our virtual class. Since I will be scheduling time in every section with regard to our class. So magkaroon tayo ng classes separately sa ating Google Meet. So I want you to install Google Meet in your phone. We will not use e-leads for virtual class and Zoom because they require higher MB sa internet. So, parang medyo expensive. But we will use Google Meet instead. Okay? May mga tanong ba? So later on, I will send the link in your GC. Please fill it out, yung ating orientation form. Alam niyo man siguro ang subject ko natin, description. But still, I will be sending a description of this subject para makita yung schedule natin at the same time. I know you know this, no? May kapya naman siguro kayo sa mga COR nyo. Non-sure, okay. Wala naman kasi kilala nyo naman ako. So once again, no, I will be isi-send ko ngayon sa ating GC yung link sa ating orientation. Kilala nyo naman ako. And most of you is kilala ko na rin. So let's meet next week. Mag-start na yung ating klase next week. Okay? Our regular class. Okay? So thank you so much. God bless. See you next week.